Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It is Kia and today is a Heist haul. I hope you guys are familiar with Heist. If you are not, it is a fragrance company that does inspired versions as well as their own original fragrances. They have body butters, body oils, and fragrances that come in everything from a sample size up to a 50 ml. I had heard, or I learned rather, about Heist from my good friend Ty, the Lux Liaison MD. She has a channel here on YouTube, but we're fragrance sisters in real life. So she put me on to Heist. From the samples that she let me check out, I really enjoyed them. And so I knew the first fragrance that I had to get was Connie's Wedding. Connie's Wedding is this little number here. I think this is the 15 ml that I was able to purchase. Connie's Wedding is Wedding Silk Santal. So I have the OG. I actually had this Middle Eastern version that had a little cotton ball tail on it. This version is the Cotton Abayed Royal Cotton Collection. Mamlakat Al Oud. So this is the fragrance. I like this, but it's not as rich. I did give it to my sister, and whenever she wears it, like, I'm in love. But back to the Heist, Connie's Wedding. This version is sweeter. Do get champagne, blackcurrant, nectarine, jasmine, praline, rose, some orange blossom, sugared musk, sandalwood to smooth it all out, oak moss, that amber, and of course vanilla. You get all of those things. You get all of them, and they are blended beautifully. This being a little sweeter, it definitely goes on just as you smell it, and it stays that way. It's pretty linear, but that is just perfect because we love it for what it is, and we want it to stay like that. So I really like this. Just a tiny bit of a dent here. I have not been using this because I also, along with the OG, I actually have the oil Marry Me from Brown Sugar Babe. So with all these iterations, the big the product with the biggest dent is the OG Kayali. Next one in this haul was Joe Bananas. I want to say this is a, oh no, this came as a 15 ml in this size bottle, and this also came as a 15 ml in a little square bottle. This, my friends, is Joe Bananas. Joe Bananas is a inspired version of Ambrosia Imperial by Navisis. I had Ambrosia Imperial, but in that fragrance, the musk was pretty sharp, and it would give me headaches. And so I just could not bear with it. I don't know, had I let it sit and mature for, I had it for, I think maybe 6 months before I sold it, but I don't know if I had let it sit even longer, if that musk would have toned down a bit. So I did get a version from Dapper that I absolutely love because it is all the good things Ambrosia Imperial, but not with that sharp musk. And so this version I wanted to just try out. I'm running low on my Dapper version, but I wanted to check this out and see how it is. It is nice. It's a good version of it. I still think I'm a bit partial to the Dapper version, but this Joe Bananas is also a great option. This has the notes of bananas, rum, Brazilian orange. There's some cinnamon, Davana, dates, keeping it sweet but keeping it deep and not too bright and candied banana. There's orchid, jasmine as the supporting florals, amberwood. There's some caramel, vanilla, whipped cream, benzoin, musk, and saffron. So you are getting a fruity scent here, but it is not, again, your candy banana. It is a more sophisticated banana. Um, and I think for its time, it was actually groundbreaking in the banana category of fragrances. So this is definitely a good one to try if you have, one, not tried Ambrosia Imperial, and two, if you're looking to build a basket with Heist. I ordered a 7.5 ml of their fragrance tiramisu. I definitely wanted to try more gourmands from them to see what they're giving, how I would like it. And so this is a very good tiramisu fragrance. It definitely smells like the tiramisu. Nice, cozy with that bit of like espresso latte feel. It has notes of whipped cream, vanilla flour, coffee, and musk with middle notes of tiramisu, cacao, and roasted coffee beans. The coffee is not that strong to me, but it does have a presence. And the base notes, there's vanilla, benzoin, and heliotrope. Tiramisu is good. I love tiramisu as a dessert. And so I definitely just wanted to check out what Heist would do with this profile, and I'm pleasantly pleased. I haven't given it as much wear because I've literally just been kind of into these like girly, clean musk type fragrances, but this one is definitely in that same realm of a more cafe or intense cafe. Intense cafe has a little bit more of that floral rose that pops through, but tiramisu is a nice creamy latte with a bit of espresso in it. It's not too dark and heavy, that espresso, but it's just right. I'm glad to try this and have this as part of my haul. The next one this was a sample that I just received. This is Borgata. This is their 2 ml sample that I think I don't know if I ordered this or if it just came as a sample with my order. I'm not quite sure, but I'm glad it was included. I should go back and check my order history, huh? I sprayed it on me. This is a nice, sweet, I don't want to call it a skin scent. It may sit close to the skin. Because it's the small sample, I have not had an opportunity to try it all over. So this definitely gets sprayed on my wrists and my hands. And so this is described as their grown-up cotton candy. I'll take that. It's not cloying and it doesn't feel as childish. It just definitely smells like a nice, warm, cozy layer to the skin, like cozy, sweet layer to the skin. This has notes of sugar, candied fruits. What fruits? I'm not quite sure. Vanilla, milk notes. The milk notes just kind of subdue the fragrance a bit, and light musk. I'm glad they went with the light musk because I think it keeps it sophisticated a bit. But this is nice. I don't think I'll be upgrading from this sample because I just have a lot of sweet scents that I like better. But if you are in the market for something just sweet but still a bit grown up, Borgata would be the one for you. The last one that I'm going to talk about, because this is the one that got me so excited. It had me in a chokehold, y'all. This is Les Sorelle. This is an inspired version of Juice Box's Sisters Before Misters. Oh, every time. This gets me every time. So I am almost finished it. I actually did not finish it. I'm so shocked because I was like almost in tears that this was coming to an end. the average person is like, okay, what's so special about it? It's a fruity floral, blah, blah, blah. But for me, it's so pretty. It's like the fruity pretty, not just a pretty floral pink girly type smell, but an actual fruity pretty. So fruity, not in a juvenile way to me, but it almost feels like it has this oil base that gives it some added weight, depth. I'm so excited to have it. This Sorelle opens up with notes of lime, black currant, and ginger. I love this fragrance so much. Like, it's to the when I like a fragrance, and I may have said this before, but when I like a fragrance, I don't go into dissecting it and trying to figure it out. It just has some certain connection with me that I just love it, and I leave it at that. But because I like to do these videos, I get to go into the notes. But let's move on. The mid has notes of banana and strawberry, lily of the valley, and orris. I am an orris fan. Lily of the valley, I think, is just a supporting sweet floral to go with the fruity notes. The strawberry banana is a light strawberry banana. It's not too candy, but it is present. Have Are you familiar with any of like the toddler juices that have like flavors like apple and banana, where they try to not make it too sweet and super artificial, although we know it's just watered down artificial? That's almost the vibe, but it's a bit richer because it finishes off in the base with sandalwood, some milk, amber, and sugar. I know many people don't always get all their notes from Fragrantica, but there's a bit of conflicting information here. They say it has those notes of lime, black currant, ginger, banana, strawberry, lily of the valley, orris, sandalwood, amber, sweet milk. In the description, they go on to talk about how it is a fruity floral gourmand with an exotic blend of flowers, sweet candy, and vanilla in the top notes, with peach and plum in the heart, and a base of caramel and musk, which is a bit different from the note pyramid that they have on the site. So I can definitely see where the peach and the plum adds to the fruity notes, and then to know that there's caramel and it's not like a thick, sweet, buttery caramel, but like a nice one that gives this depth. I don't think I put this in my top of 2025. However, it should be, because when I say this fragrance rocks my world, it just does. Like, I have to put it down to give myself an opportunity to wear other fragrances, but please believe I would probably choose this every freaking time. Let me tell y'all the perfumer for this fragrance, because behind this fragrance is Nelly Hachim. I am not familiar with her work, but I'm about to get familiar, because what she did with this fragrance is just so amazing for me as a fruity floral lover. I just wish there was Sniff-O-Vision so I could just tell you. There's something about that milk and that orris. It doesn't feel as lactonic to me, and I say that right now. I've had this since the weather was a bit cooler. You know, things come out a little differently when you're in the warmer weather. So I don't know how this would work in the warmer weather, but definitely cool weather to spring. Um, that amber and sugar give it a little bit more weight. I'm trying to figure out what gives it that. Partially, I think it's Heist's, the way that they formulate their fragrances, but because I was so in love with this and so super sad that this was coming to an end and I was on a no buy, I decided to, once I was off this no buy, to go ahead and order the real thing. That's how much I love this. I love this so much. I was just like, never mind the 50 ml, just give me the real thing. And I do love it as much as the real thing. I actually had a decant of the real thing and I was like, let me try this out. Honestly, I would have been happy with either one, but the bottle for the real thing sold me. I am so excited to have the real thing and to have tried this because they both rock my world. And I don't know if it's the pretty colors of the original bottle. Do I have the original bottle? Sure do. Here's the original bottle. It's pink and it's cute with the record label, the record top there. Sisters Before Misters by Juicebox. And also, I think I'm more of a Spice Girls fan than I really understood, to be honest. It was just part of the pop culture as I was growing up that Spice Girls was a girls group that was showing how badass girl groups were, or, you know, girl power is. So I don't know if I really understood that impact. Anyhow, more recently, I was watching The Circle. Do any of you watch Netflix, The Circle? In one of the seasons, and I don't remember, it wasn't this very last one, but perhaps the one right before, two of the Spice Girls, Scary Spice and Baby Spice, I think they were guest players on The Circle. They were playing the game, and I was just like so full of excitement. Like, do these players know who they're really talking to or interacting with? Like, if they only knew, like, they would probably scream like I'm screaming inside. So with all of that, I didn't even go into why that is a part of the story, because this fragrance is based off of the Spice Girls. How cool is that? Thanks, Ty, for introducing me to this house. I thoroughly enjoyed my haul and I look forward to possibly doing another one. Like, I like what they're doing. They have this whole model of like a mafia family. So when people are in their Facebook groups talking about requests and what they want restocked, et cetera, from the company, they'll like tell the Don, and it's all pretty cool. But I'm so glad that they're around offering fragrances to those who want to check out different profiles, have access to something at a cheaper price point, as well as try out some of their body oils, body butters, and original fragrances. I cannot wait to try a body butter. Um, I think that's going to be in my next purchase from them. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know if you have tried Heist, what you think of them, what your favorites are, because I am dying to know. I really am becoming a fan of this brand. If you have not subscribed, please do so. Leave me a comment, like this video, share with your friends, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.